guys, so if you guys watched the last video, we took a gnarly road into White Pocket. Well, we didn't have enough of that, so today we decided to have sunrise and sunset in my favorite place overlooking Lake Powell. But it's a pretty gnarly road as well. Lots of four-wheel drive over bedrock, a little bit different than sand, but you guys have to see this view. Check it out. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. That is gnarly. The beautiful Alstrom Point. This is by far my favorite spot in Lake Powell. There's one other place that's really nice too, but we are here, as you can see, all by ourselves. There's not another car out here. So this is the second time being in an absolutely beautiful place and being the only people here. I mean, I don't even see any boats out on the lake. It's just, this is perfect. And now we literally walk, 50 feet and we can take a photo at sunrise and sunset. So I'm pretty happy when photo photography is nice and easy like that.
Yeah, that's true. So what I kind of want to do is I want to wait and look what the light is doing here. If we have some purple sky, I think I have one area spotted which gives me some nice reflection in between the canyon walls here.
Yeah, this is one of those classic, big landscapes. You can put on a 14mm lens and get everything. You can do a panorama because there's just so much here. And like Chris said, just depending on where the light is, you can do, a wide angle 14mm. You can do, 50mm and do an 8-shot pano, or you can get out the long lens and pick out details depending on what the light's doing. So a place like this is really interesting and kind of exciting, really, because we get to photograph it both sunrise and sunset. The light's going to be completely different. So it's just kind of waiting and seeing what happens and being ready for it. Okay guys, so I've come up with a little bit of a plan here for this sunset. The sun's just about to dip below the horizon behind us. We're still about a half an hour away from actual sunset. So what I think I'm going to do is watch and see how the light kind of interacts with these canyon walls over here. I have the long lens out right now. I'm not too worried about the sky. The sky is still pretty blue. There's not a lot of clouds in the direction that I'm facing. But what I'm doing is trying to see how the lake kind of winds through the scene, seeing these canyon walls, these red canyon walls, as they get that last bit of glow. That's what I'm looking for here. So just picking out details with the long lens. Once that sun sets, I'm going to get out a wide angle lens and see if I can get a little bit of the sky and more of the color. So start off with using the light, picking out details with the long lens. Once the sun goes down and we get a little bit of color, open up with the wide angle.
On, on the other side of this little ridge here is the other arm of the lake coming in, and that reflects the light a little bit. So that's what I try to do here. I have the lake, one arm of the lake here in the foreground, which is dark and it's almost black right now, and then on the other side it's pinkish and yeah, kind of reflects just the sky.
Well, I think we both did okay on this shot. Not the best conditions, but it's something. It's just a beautiful view. The lake reflecting some of that color towards the end there was really nice. I tried a little bit of everything. 24, 35, a pano, 70, 100. So hopefully I got something out of that. I just kind of took every lens that I had out and shot, except for the ultra wide angle. So I thought it was kind of nice, and so now we're going to make some Idaho potatoes, and then we will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Had a little bit of a rough night. I think we had some raccoons. I think in the camp area, we could hear them outside. They're going through like our cooking utensils, and that was pretty funny. So Chris watched a video maybe like a month ago. These people were in a camper van in Alaska, and they ran into some porcupines. The porcupines got up underneath the camper van and were chewing on cables. So now Chris is so paranoid about raccoons and things chewing on our brake cables and stuff. So I had to get out and look, and didn't see anything. I think they kept hiding underneath the truck when I would step out and look around. I had the flashlight, you know. And they lasted a little bit. And Chris has ears like a bat, so I couldn't hear anything. I'm like, yeah, there's nothing out there. But she's like, no, you hear that? They're there, I swear. So I kept looking out there, didn't see anything. But eventually, I guess they stopped making noise. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyway, got some beautiful clouds this morning, so I think we might have a really nice sunrise.
Good morning, everybody. You may can hear the coyotes yapping and yelling there in the background. But don't worry, there are no raccoons, so we're fine. So my setup here, I have the wide-angle lens on, and I'm probably at about 17 millimeters right now, so that's the max of my lens right here that I have on my Canon. And so what I did is the clouds are going in like a triangle shape, and that's how I set up. So I have that triangle as kind of my leading line in the sky, and then I cut it off where all the blue comes into the frame, because there is just nothing going on up there. And then I also have a 0.6 medium grad ND filter on right now, because I'm not bracketing, so that's why I use the filter to just keep some light there in the sky, especially when the sun comes closer to the horizon. Otherwise you will just blow all of that and you don't have any details there, and it's just white and overexposed and just doesn't look good in general. So yeah, now I'm just waiting here for like the second wave, I guess you would call it. It's like the first wave is when the sun is still, when it's almost still a blue hour, so the sun is completely down the horizon, but you already see some color going on in the clouds, and then that will usually stop for a little bit, and then there's kind of a second wave coming in, I guess. So as you can see, it's now a little bit brighter. So what I did, I changed from the 0.6 ND grad filter to the 0.9. And they're both medium grad. So what that means is there is no hard line between the darker part of the filter and the lighter part. It's like kind of soft, and that's what you want for a scene like this, where you have peaks and things coming off into the sky. Otherwise they will just be dark. If you have like a hard line, they'll be dark, so the peaks are underexposed. That's why you use a medium filter for a scene like this. Well, that was a beautiful sunrise.
Oh, absolutely beautiful and just silent. So, are you ready to grab some food that you don't have to add water to?
Oh yes, I am.
Right. Let's go.